As you've heard, information capital is a real driver of economic growth, and clearly technology is a key driver for effectively managing information capital. This means so much of the responsibility for this sits on the shoulders of the CIO, the person responsible for efficient management of the information that flows around the business every day. This is why in developing our strategy for MDS, we talk to CIOs around the world about their pressures, their issues, and their expectations. By using this information, I want to spend some time now putting our management document services strategy into context by drilling down into the CIOs are telling us are the top priorities for 2011. Before talking about our strategy, let me share why we're focusing on MDS. I talk to CIOs every day, and what I'm hearing is their focus on three things: driving down costs, increasing access to critical information, and increasing productivity across the business by looking at their people, processes, and technologies. And all this within their organization, optimizing each element. This has also been supported by what IDC told us today. CIOs are also focusing on recovery, strategically shifting from cost-cutting to raising enterprise and IT productivity. This takes us to Ricoh's MDS strategy. We're helping our CIOs manage information capital. We believe Ricoh MDS provides a solution where business partners and service providers to drive down costs, increase access to critical information, and increase productivity. Ricoh's approach to management document services. Ricoh aims to be a key partner to the CIO, a source of guidance and support. By giving CIOs more control over their document management services environment, Ricohs are empowering them to make a strategic approach to information management. We want to help the CIO optimize three elements of information: the management, the technology, the people, and the processes. For example, Ricoh is guiding CIOs to take an holistic approach to controlling the output fleet by integrating IT, procurement, and the business units. Network printers, non-network copiers, facsimiles, desktop printers, and MFPs, for instance, are all managed from one central location, not in the traditional silos. With our software portfolio, we're able to secure data capture for storing, sharing information across the business. And of course, we have an extensive service and support network. Ricoh's goal is better to understand the end user behavior, what the employees are printing, how they're filing, sharing the information, and how they make this behavior more effective and streamlined. When an organization implements a change to the way it does business, it becomes disruptive in the business process. Ricoh is committed to guiding business process improvement and ensuring business continuity till employees become proficient with the new technologies and processes. The number one obstacle to success is employee-resistant and ineffective change management. I'll touch on this point later. Encouragingly, the market is starting to shift towards our way of thinking. The majority of the market, and this is a global number, is 55% is currently actively evolving, looking at evaluating managed document services. This is why we believe that we're in a compelling position that we're unveiling today. We'll continue to extend our leadership position by 2013. Now let's take a closer look at Ricoh's management document services approach and how we're making a difference to customers. Our strategy goes beyond the traditional managed print services offering. It can play a key role in driving information capital as a central business asset. Based on customers' insight and our trends we've heard today, Ricoh is making changes, and you've heard how this has evolved to become a services-oriented company that remains true to its heritage. In many ways, this is an evolution, not a revolution. More than ever, we're becoming customer-oriented business to help our customers manage information capital more effectively. We have four key pillars at the heart of our strategy in 2011. They include the new global competency centers, increased expansion globally, tools and processes based on global best practice, and probably most importantly, investment in our infrastructure and personnel. Now let's take a look at each one of these pillars. Firstly, the global competency centres. Acquiring Icon has further enhanced Ricoh's ability to deliver scalable solutions locally and globally. Our continuous MDS development is based on customer requirements in areas such as service delivery, reporting, pricing, infrastructure consistency, and contracts and management. In October 2010, Ricoh established global competency centres with centres of excellence in Japan, Europe, and North America, focused on extending expertise and best practice globally. They are developing global standards across our tools and contracts for consistent execution. They are also supporting the development of our employees across Ricoh Group to deliver best practice solutions to our global major accounts. We've assigned a global MDS leader to each of the 5 key areas of expertise: marketing and sales, process and tools, technology services and solutions, training and development, and financial models and contracts. The second pillar is our global presence. You've heard about our global presence from Simon and about our strategic acquisitions that have fueled our growth plans. With our outreach across 180 countries, we are making life easier for these customers who tell us they want a single global partner who can tailor document offerings based on local needs. Our third pillar is global tools. We will provide a standard set of tools globally for the delivery of management document services. This means customers can obtain a single coherent view of what is happening inside of their business in terms of cost, security, sustainability, and how their document equipment is being used. We also support the delivery and ongoing governance of the solution. Our understanding is what is happening inside the business allows us to make important ongoing improvements to ensure the future is optimized. Our fourth pillar, probably the most important, is the investment. We are strengthening our MDS infrastructure by broadening our global MDS infrastructure with more specialists and service operatives. We're investing more in our suite of tools and, importantly, our sales force and our service teams to provide a consistent value to our customers wherever they are. We're also extending our customer-focused activity to include roadshows, workshops, and our advisory council will ensure that we maintain a close relationship with business decision makers. Now, what I would like to do is go through Ricoh's 3 sort of unique value propositions. Although most organizations could in principle manage their own office document output, in reality, they lack the time, the staff, the experience, and the tools to focus on to truly realize the true benefits. They simply cannot do it on their own. One of our customers told us that although he understands complex software programs and has successfully merged 2 IT departments as part of major acquisition, he struggles with the people part. We tell CIOs that they cannot change the mindset of their employees by themselves. We realize the job of the CIO isn't easy. Ricoh can provide the strategic counsel to ensure CIOs have the help they need. Interestingly, studies have shown that when change management effectiveness was rated as excellent, almost 90% of projects met or exceeded objectives. Whereas when change management was rated as poor, over 80% of projects failed to meet objectives and timelines. We've all been there. Change management is a new differentiator for Ricoh. Our sales force, our consultants, and many are PROSCI certified. They are collaborating with the CIO to explain short and long-term returns on investment. In other words, they speak the language of the CFO and also help employees to understand the benefits of efficient information management. The 5-step goal-orientated framework for managing organization change, called the ADKAR approach, is one of the most widely used change management methodologies in the world, practiced by roughly 2/3 of the Fortune 500 companies, as well as many national and international governing bodies. Ricoh's second value proposition. The second unique Ricoh differentiator is its vendor agnostic infrastructure management approach, which we've been investing in over the past 8 years. We've been investing in cloud technologies for some time, and it forms a key element of this value proposition. We will manage a company's entire infrastructure, regardless of the vendor, providing a consistent approach to communications from anywhere in the world. Our customers across the globe will have more transparency and a clear view of all the relevant equipment metrics, such as meter reads on supply count, real-time insight into the machine's health. Customers can track and trace activities and find out the status of supplies which have been ordered. This information makes our business ready for the delivery of high-quality, standardized services globally. And finally, Ricoh's third value proposition. Ricoh's third unique differentiator is we are one of the largest direct and service organizations in the world. As we have said, this includes 30,000 personnel dedicated to MDS, sales and service. Furthermore, Ricoh Operations is able to directly touch 95% of the Fortune 500 companies. Mid-sized companies will also continue to be a priority. Our customers can expect new offerings in this segment later on this year. Now you have seen our strategy and our commitment to customers. We continue to partner with CIOs at companies like Volvo, Unilever, Henkel to change the way to manage information across their business and are more efficient and productive and more successful as a result. Now the CEOs at these companies are not just technology leaders, they are business leaders within their organizations, and we believe that Ricoh Management Document Services has played a key role in taking them there. So to wrap up my presentation, I want to leave CIOs with Ricoh's 5 guidelines which we believe will empower them to harness the power of information capital. Number 1, ensure that you focus on the people and analyze the user behavior to inform technology decision-making. Number 2, effectively manage the change process so that the investments are protected and maximized. Number 3, focus on document process optimization to drive the best return on investment and ensure you talk the language of the CFO. Number 4, work with suppliers that offer ongoing governance, not just deploy and depart. Create a true partnership with vendors, a proper business relationship that has a long-term view on where the business is going. And finally, number 5, implement best practice technology. It goes without saying that your technology deployed is both robust, secure. Innovation should be driven by the customer. And our overarching message to the CIO is that Ricoh can help you at every stage of this process. So in summary, we know that the CIO has a major role to play in driving efficiencies by harnessing the power of information capital. And this is why we've listened to the concerns of the CEO in order to deliver a solution directly that meets their needs. The answer is Ricoh Management Document Services, a true partnership between Ricoh and the CIO that focuses on driving down costs, increasing access to critical information, and increasing productivity across the business. As a result of the Ricoh Management Document Services approach, CIOs can become powerful business advisors within their organizations, able to drive innovation, inform strategic decision-making, and help grow the business. So thank you.